My name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 17, verse 1. Judging by the magazines that seem to be the most popular and the TV programs that permeate the airwaves, it would appear we have a fascination with the lifestyles of the rich and famous. As a matter of fact, a few years ago, there was a TV show dedicated to that very subject. That was the title of it. As we all know, the lifestyles of the rich and famous can be quite intriguing. The cars they drive are amazing. The homes they live in boggle the mind. The fences they build to protect their stuff are intimidating. And I must admit, I enjoy seeing sometimes how the other half, the half I'm not in, lives. But beautiful homes and nice things really only tell us one thing. They tell us these people make a lot of money. The lifestyle of the rich and famous is usually a tour where we get to see their stuff. But if you've ever done the tour of Beverly Hills, all you really see are the vine-covered fences that keep us away from the people who own the stuff. While we may sometimes admire the things rich and famous people have, once you get behind the fence and see the personal lives of some of these people, the fascination often ends. It becomes more of a spectacle, like watching a car wreck. It's horrible to watch, but you can't turn away. So we buy the tabloid magazines and watch the shows which keep us informed of the latest breakup, drug overdose, or jail sentence, and think to ourselves, if I had all that money, that wouldn't happen to me. If God would just give me a chance, I'd prove it. And yes, there are many rich people with wonderful marriages and loving families. But these people will tell you themselves, if they are honest, their families are not strong because they have a lot of money. Money can buy a lot of things, but it cannot buy wisdom, a good marriage, or a loving family. Proverbs 17:1 says, "Better is a dry morsel with quietness than a house full of feasting with strife." And basically what that verse is telling us is the quality of our lives has little to do with our income. It's not saying it's a sin to be rich and righteous to be poor. Basically it's saying that the quality of our lives has nothing to do with how much money we have in our bank account. Better is a dry morsel with quietness. This will never become the plot for a TV show. They will not be selling tickets to see this house. This home will not need a fence around it to keep the paparazzi out. But the people inside would not trade what they have for anything they see in the house full of feasting, because they have quietness. They have contentment. They love and care for one another. They've learned that the quality of our lives is determined by the quality of our relationships. They have found something that money can't buy. It's caring, not cash, that makes a house a home. It's wisdom, not wealth, that makes a house a home. It's forgiveness, not finances, that makes a house a home. It's the time we spend with our children, not the things we buy for our children, that makes a house a home. The bottom line is, it is Christ that makes the difference. Christ gives us all that we need to have a home where there is quietness, joy, and contentment. All these are found in a personal relationship with Him. How sad that so many families have sacrificed the important for the trivial. They've traded quietness for strife because they have believed a lie. Jesus tells us life does not consist in the abundance of things we possess. Many people believe and are driven by the fact that our kids will not be happy, we will not be happy unless we have more stuff and a better job and a bigger house. And it's a lie. Our children need us, not the things we buy for them. I don't know if there are any stats to back this up, but I would dare say that there are many families sitting down today to a feast who would trade it all for a dry morsel with quietness. Trade it for a meaningful relationship with their spouse or their children. If we know Christ, we have all the wisdom, strength, and love to turn our house into a home that the kids will want to be part of and always want to come home to. Certainly there is no such thing as a perfect home, and it's not a sin to be rich. If you have been blessed by God financially, be generous, be thankful, be wise, and do not set your heart on riches. And remember this: it is faith in Jesus Christ and obedience to His word that makes a house a home, not a feast. It's better to have a dry morsel with quietness than feasting with strife. Are you setting your heart on the better of the two? What's it like at your house? May this truth guide us and guard us today in the trenches of life as we seek to live our lives to the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.